So guys, this summer I ended up seeing some like abandoned PCs from like my father and like this building earlier this summer that were just getting left behind. And I decided to take this board out of one of the abandoned ones for being not an OEM PC. It was custom. It was gonna be a really cool PC, but I don't know what happened to it, but it is abandoned and was in disrepair. But I decided to take the board anyway. Some Asus Socket 775 PC that has certainly seen better days, and a few of these caps are a little bit swollen, just a little bit, but they're not leaking, I don't think. So I'm gonna try to power this up and see what happens. And it appears to take DDR RAM. So I'm gonna plug everything in, and we're gonna see if this thing even fires up at all. I have like 4 sticks of DDR RAM. None of this is tested, but I'm just gonna put 1 stick in here and see what happens. The slots were kind of dusty, so it might need reseated or cleaned a bit more. And we have our amazing Dell power supply. I stole it from the cardboard Dell Optiplex that also likes to cut me whenever I unplug it. That's fine. And since this thing's so old, it's probably going to prefer like a PS2 keyboard. But don't worry, I got us covered with a dirty Acer keyboard from my grandma. From like, hasn't been used for like 5 years. Not even going to need the mouse probably. In fact, whenever I ended up seeing this motherboard, there was like a literal rat's nest in that case. It was definitely a cool case for the time, though. I don't have it with me, of course, so that thing was bad. Alright, we got the keyboard, VGA, power plugged in. Time to plug it in and short the power pin and see what happens. Okay, I plugged it in, nothing exploded, but nothing happened just yet. Oh, wait, we got a light. Now, which one of these is the power? Power... Here's something. I'm gonna give that a minute. You see the power supply's on, that's what I'm hearing. But nothing's quite happening on here right now. I'm gonna try to hit that button again. Oh, I got the fans to spin up. Is he gonna post anything, you think? It sounds kind of funny. I'm not getting anything on the screen yet. I'm not sure why. Unless for some reason there's no integrated graphics somewhere on this thing. I don't have a graphics card for this. I'm gonna give it another reset and see what happens. I can't do this like this. It's actually being kind of unresponsive to me messing with the front panel stuff again, so I'm just gonna switch off this power switch. Okay, let's try this again. Give that a minute. I'm gonna try putting this RAM in the other slot and then trying other RAM. And if that doesn't do anything, I'll try to remove that CMOS battery. And we'll know that, like, this bit and this bit are definitely getting warm. I can't tell in this heatsink, though, and that paste is bound to be dry as a bone, so it's probably not transferring the heat in that very well. Okay, let's try it in the other slot. I feel like we're not going to get a result, but I don't know. And we're not getting keyboard lights, which probably isn't a good sign. Okay, we're still at nothing. I'm going to give it the slowest DDR RAM I have, and then we're going to try, like, the CMOS battery. Okay, let's try it with some other RAM. I don't know. Probably not going to do anything. Alright, so we still got nothing. I'm going to try removing the CMOS battery and then clear CMOS, maybe. Probably not going to do anything either, but worth a shot. No CMOS battery. Okay, it still turns on. Maybe. Doesn't want to seem to turn on without the CMOS battery. Even though that's probably a dead one. Or it still does turn on. I guess. I still don't quite see anything on this screen. Alright, I stole the battery from the Dell Boxyplex again. Maybe now, if I'm lucky. Because that battery, I think, was working. I don't know. I'll give that a minute. Still got nothing. I'm going to go back to trying different RAM again. I do suppose there's a chance all my RAM is dead, but I wouldn't be able to know. And it's False start again. I don't know, man. I'm trying every RAM stick in every configuration. Sometimes this fan does not turn on. Or it stays on for 1 second and turns back off. And I have to keep doing it. And that time it just turned itself off. Now it just doesn't want to spin up at all now. Board might be dead. So now the fan doesn't even spin up. I don't get it. What's either that or my power supply is dead. Every time I press this button, it'll like pretend to start up for like 1 second. I'm not sure what's happening. Okay, I don't even know if this power supply is working right now. I'm just gonna unplug everything and get the CPU, see what that is, because I can't get this thing to do anything. You know, it could be all down to the caps, but I don't have any soldering skills. So, plug with that. I don't think I can get this with one hand. I'll be back. Okay. Let's see. Wow, fancy dry stuff. I mean, at the very least, we get like a extra cooler, right? I don't know. What is that? Pentium 4? Yeah, some Pentium 4, but I can't exactly read it. I'll be right back. Alright, and the grand reveal of our Pentium 4. Pentium 4, 2.8 gigahertz. Perhaps, I'll take that out for a second. I can't do this with one hand again. Okay, I got that thing up. A little bit crusty. Wanted to take a look, see if there was anything wrong with these pins. They all look good. Although I did kind of take the CPU out a little bit wrong and almost kind of dropped it in there and throw paste in there. But I got out. Let's see, can I focus on this thing a little bit? Yeah, here we go. The only Pentium 4 I've ever had, I guess. I probably played Bejeweled Twist on this thing at some point. Yeah, it doesn't look the best in here. I'm gonna guess very well probably just some motherboard faults. That or my power supply is just broken, but I don't think so. I'm gonna put that CPU back in there though. A rather snug fit, I must say. Have to kind of snap that in there a little bit. I'll just leave that right there. And I think that's just gonna have to be the end of the video, guys. I don't really have any other ideas. I don't have any other power supplies laying around either. So, sorry this is a disappointment. I was kind of expecting it to be. I don't know what to do with this thing now. Maybe I'll find out later. See you guys.